the barbarism, the massacre, the no words to describe what happened. Happened on Shmini Atzeres Simchas Torah in Israel. In Israel, Shmini Atzeres is a time that we do hakafot. Hakafot means we encircle the place that we read the Torah from, the table that we read the Torah from 7 times. We encircle it. What is the idea behind it? The day before, called Hoshana Rabbah, the Great Salvation, we also encircle the Bima 7 times. Why do we encircle it 7 times? So we explained that it is, the Jerusalem Talmud tells us this relates to the 7 times that the Jewish people went around the city of Jericho. And when they walked around it 7 times, the walls of the city came down. So the question is, what walls need to come down when we walk around the Bima 7 times? What are the walls that we're trying to bring down? And the answer is, we're bringing down the walls that separate between us and Hashem, but more so the walls that separate between us and our fellow Jews. Because when we're separated from our fellow Jews, that's what separates us from Hashem. In the most crazy way, what happened on Shmini Atzeres Simchas Torah in Israel has brought Jews together in the most amazing way. It has the unity that we're seeing amongst the Jewish people. All the fights, all the arguments, all the debates are gone. They're forgotten. Things that we thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to get out of this? How we could go beyond this discord that we've had for the last 9 months or whatever. Has all of a sudden dissipated. It's gone. People who said they never sit with each other are now in government together. Our enemies brought us together in the most amazing way. My daughter is taking the HSC, and she said to me, Tati, look at this. She's doing a topic, a story from the Tanakh, where the Philistines, listen to this, the Philistines would not attack the Jewish people who were divided. And the reason they didn't attack the Jewish people is because they understood that if they attack them, they will unite with each other, and then they will have no chance. So they waited and waited from attacking until there was anyway unity. Wow. Wow, wow. They understood what Hamas didn't. Hamas has just brought us together in a most amazing way. The videos coming out of Israel, the love, the generosity, the care, the togetherness, remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. What we're ready to do for one another now is all the discord from the past has fallen by the wayside like that. It's just gone. We ran around this Bima and Hakafos, and the walls of Jericho, boom, crashed to the ground. Remarkable. And this is going to give us amazing power. This is why I say it. In this week's portion, we read the story of the first murder in human history. Cain kills Abel. Now there's a medrash called Yalkut Shemaini, and it tells us that after Cain kills Abel, Adam and Eve are sitting next to the body of Abel, and they're crying, and they don't know what to do. They don't understand. They don't know what to do now with Abel's body. What do they do? First of all, they don't even understand what death is. It's the first time they've seen death. But they finally realize that's what's happened here. He's not talking, he's not breathing. His heart isn't pulsating. They know something's happened, but they don't know what to do, and they're sitting and crying. And Hashem sends a raven. And this raven sees the body of another raven. And the raven takes that body of its fellow raven and buries it in the ground. And then Adam and Eve know what to do with Evel and put him into the ground. And the question the Rebbe asks in a note that he's written from 80 years ago, he asks the question, what do you mean he didn't know what to do? Hashem already told them, you are dust, and to dust you will return. Isn't that obvious that you put it in the ground? And second of all, why a raven? What's the significance of a raven? So we're told that our sages tell us the raven is considered the most cruelest animal, because whilst you have other cruel animals, they are cruel to others, not to their own. The other animals are not cruel to their own. The raven is cruel to its own. It doesn't feed it. It just lets it go, and it gives birth to it, and it flies away. It doesn't take care of its offspring. So you would think that's full of evil. Now Adam and Eve are sitting there thinking to themselves, not they don't know what to do with Hevel. They're thinking to themselves, what kind of world is this? Why do we need this for? Where a brother can kill a brother? Why should we continue in a world of this nature? What's the point? And they're totally despondent. They have no way of going forward. And Hashem sends us a message. The raven, as we said, is the most cruelest bird, but even that cruel bird could do an act of chesed. It buried its fellow bird, buried it in the ground. And burial is an act of ultimate kindness because you're not getting anything in return. And the message that Adam and Eve got from that is, even in this most cruel world, where you could have those who are cruel even to their own, it's a world that kindness overpowers that cruelty. Now, isn't it interesting? The cruelty of Hamas is not only that they're cruel to us, they're cruel to their own children, their own people. They hide amongst their people. They want their people to remain in buildings that they know that Israel is going to bomb. Just that, they could show pictures to the world. So they don't care that their own is going to be killed. They have no mercy. They have no compassion for their own children. They're the most cruelest beings ever. And in that, we're told that we know we're going to be victorious over them. You know why? Because our love for one another is stronger than their hatred of us. Our love for each other, for the Jewish people, is so essential. It is so part of who we are in our very essence that it will overpower and outmaneuver and strengthen itself over their hatred. So show it. Show how much you love another. Break down barriers, break down walls, tear down walls that separate between you and another Jew. And when we do so, when we tear down these walls that separate between us, that's how we know, Anachnu nenatzeach. We will be victorious. We will smash and crush and totally devastate this monster, this cruel, the most cruelest beings we've seen. They will be crushed. We will succeed. And we will have peace with one another. We will love each other. And this love for one another should continue even in good times as well. Shabbos.